Hey guys, it's Ch.2. Welcome back to another chapter of Bred Success. Like I said, I'm really disappointed, really upset about the first chapter, which was that good for me. I'm not sure what kind of reaction you guys had from it, because I already said I was disappointed, disapprove of all this nature. Anyways, this is the afternoon for little Miss Dashy out here, so let's see what's going on. Anyways, let's hop right into it. See, now I'm happier. Rainbow Dash came to a skidding halt as she swooped from the skies and landed with her usual spectacular flourish without even taking half a moment to compose herself. She wrenched open the doors to the local apothecary store. The jingle of the door chime was quickly left behind as she strode down the main potion aisle. As she passed a teenage coat stocking the main growth potion shelf, her body betrayed her again. Her tail swept out and playfully whipped the stock boy, causing him to turn and see the rapidly departing Bex's taut rear end. For his troubles, he was treated to a wink from her nether region, and he couldn't help but blush, enraptured by this lovely vanilla. The lovely vanilla smell wafting away from him. Mabel tried to cover her face with one of her wings as she muttered to herself, "So embarrassing, so not cool." So yeah, I'm not sure whose fault that is. She strode quickly up to the apothecary's counter, slamming her hoof down to get a herbal precipitate's attention. Her herbal looked up immediately from the mixture she was working on and came over to the counter with a bright smile on her face. "Well, hello there, Rainbow Dash. How are you doing today? What can I get for you? Some muscle relaxants or more pseudopotent supplements?" And what can you get me? Are you serious? Can't you smell what you can get me? Dash said, referring to the unmistakable estrus smell that swam about her like a thick fog. Though its odour has always been a bit weak since I mixed up some ammonia with chlorine as a filly, but Rainbow took in a deep breath through her nostrils and looked up at Rainbow. "Already? That must be a Ponyville record. Why, I wasn't expecting any pony to be entering their cycle until 2 weeks from now, earliest." Rainbow groaned. Yeah, Rainbow Dash is the fastest at everything. Can you get me a refill on moon tea so I can cool off? My body's going nuts over here," Dash said as she felt her tail flick back and forth uncontrollably. "Yes, we'd have advance warning from the Arcane Society that this would be a particularly rough estrus season. Something to do with the alignment of the stars, though that's out of my field of study." Rainbow cut herself short as she realized that Rainbow Dash was dancing on her hooves like a filly who will really need to go to the bathroom. She's adorable. I do have some bad news for you though, Miss Dash. I'm afraid I sold our last pallet of moon tea from last season to Twilight Sparkle yesterday. She always likes to have a large stock just in case. So organize that, Mare. Rainbow chuckled while rolling her eyes. Only the most oversexed mares would ever need a whole pallet of moon tea for a single estrus. That's why you chuckling? Rainbow's eyes went as wide as saucers and her wings bristled out in anger. "What? No moon tea? Aren't you required to have some on hand at all time? Isn't that like the law or something?" Dash said, her annoyance starting to morph into a little fear and panic. Dash hadn't had to go through a full-strength estrus heat since she was a school-age filly, and the week and a half cold showers, ice baths, and refraining from self-pleasure, it only made it worse. Was not her current idea of fun. Actually, no, I do always try to keep a herdy stock on hand, and I have a full batch brewing up in the back right now. Rainbow said, chewing her cheek. "Yes, and?" Dash panted. "It should be done by tomorrow evening. Well, before even the earliest heat suffers start coming in. Except you, of course." Rainbow finished with a smile. "Except you! You don't get this special treatment, fool!" I like this lady. Dash groaned loudly as she felt her body shiver and said, "Well, what the heck am I supposed to do until tomorrow then?" Dash was saying, "Well, Pepper Shake there is a bit young, but they do have the younger coats have plenty of stamina." Rainbow chuckled, nodding toward the stock boy in the main aisle who had drifted closer to the conversation. Rainbow craned over her shoulder to look back at him and had to give her head a shake as she actually considered dragging the colt out behind the shop for herdy running. Okay, typo. Just the thought caused her to flick her tail and wink at the teenage colt once again. Angrily, Rainbow turned back to Herbo with a frown on her face. "Herbo, I'm serious here," Dash shouted. Herbo laughed again. Sorry, couldn't help myself. He's got a love-struck face on right now, poor colt. I really can't wait until tomorrow. Score a fluttershy, I should have some available for sale." "Sheesh. Thank you," Dash said. She thought about it. She thought about it, fam. Unable to help herself, Herbo covered her gigglings now and gestured behind Rainbow. "Pepper doesn't get a coffee break in 10 minutes though, and he seems to be up for it." She pointed with her hoof at the young teen colt. Pepper's slender but long cock had fallen from its sheath as he tried vainly to control it. Within a moment, it was bouncing against his upper belly and ramrod stiff as his nostrils continued to inhale Rainbow's "fuck me silly" scent invitation. Rainbow turned and couldn't take her eyes off from the coat's hard penis. Her mouth fell open slightly and she felt a little bit of drool pulling in her muzzle, forcing her to swallow. She was imagining taking the young colt through his paces, teaching him how to mount a mare and feeling that long molded pink shaft slide into her marehood and spirit. Rainbow's fantasy was cut short as she heard an embarrassing loud squelch followed by an even louder splorch. A good half cup of her juice splattered onto the floor of the apothecary, and she squeaked as she realized that both Pepper and Herbo were fully aware that she had just wet herself with a particularly juicy wink. "That's horrible. Thanks, Herbo. Gotta go. Bye. Dash said, breaking store policy and blasting out of the store as fast as she could manage without knocking all the merchandise from the shelf. How's that store policy? If she needs to go somewhere, she will. Like, what does that even mean? Store policy. What store policy? A long, pregnant pause hung in the air of the apothecary as Pepper looked out at the swinging door. The pause was interpreted as Herbo picked up the intercom mic and said in a flat tone as she called, manage, clean up main aisle, mop and bucket required before she burst out laughing. I feel bad for Rainbow, but at the same time, I don't care. So good. So good right now. Actually, so great. It's great. Rainbow flew high above Ponyville, trying to get as far away from downtown as possible. Up here in the high clouds, far away from any stallion, the air showed her burning loins as it flowed around her body. Soon she knew that Zecora was away at the moment, visiting her family back in Zebrica. So her tree was taking her right to Fluttershy's quaint little cottage. You could have just asked Twilight. I feel like you could have just asked Twilight. Why? Like, she said, the merchant said that Twilight bought a heaps load. I'm pretty sure you could just ask her. Unless she actually used all of it. Because you don't know. I love that bear. Anyways, back to Rainbow. Where was I? Okay. To Fluttershy's quaint little cottage. As was her wont, Rainbow didn't bother with knocking or slowing and exploded into the cottage before opening her wings and coming to a screeching halt. Stop. Fluttershy, you hear Flutters? She called out, looking around the somewhat empty cottage. Great, just great. She's not here. What am I supposed to do now? I'm really screwed. Hello, what have you here? Rainbow cut her own whining session off as she noticed an open medicine bag in the center of the room. She trotted over to it, carefully reading the label on the side of the bag in what was clearly Fluttershy's handwriting, estrus potions. Rainbow Dash was that little back look and me awesome right here where I could find it and everything. Fluttershy must have had her heart hit early too. I doubt it. Okay, she reached in to grab a bottle, not paying particular attention to that fact that these potions did not have crescent moons on them, but radiant suns. Radiant sun. She lifted a bottle from the chest when she noticed her hoof had a white bunny attached to it. These are not the right potions. These are not the right potions, Rainbow. These are not the right potions. First mistake. Angel. Look, Felicia won't understand. I'll pay her back right away. I need this. Still, the little bunny reached backward, trying to pry the potion from her hoof. As he pointed wildly toward the label on the bottle. Rainbow's dog determination to quench her lust had her internal vision. However, she needed this bottle. And she wasn't even considering that it could be anything else but moon tea, the cure to all her troubles. Lego, you pesky little furball eating ugly rodent. Why would you just call him that? As she spat the last word, Angel Bunny seemed to have had enough. Dash was surprised how he suddenly stopped carrying and easily let her have the potion bottle. He watched with his arms crossed and a smug look on his face as she uncorked at the top. Yeah, he was trying to help you. At this moment, he was trying to help. I mean, like, you just insult him? Like, fuck you. Rainbow cheering success. Thank you, dude. You have no idea how bad I need this right now. I've never had heat this bad in ages. Screw this recommended dose. I'm taking the whole bottle. Okay, okay. If moon means to suppress your heat, what does the sun mean? She began chugging the entire bottle down. In past estrus seasons, she'd sometimes taken half a bottle, but today she knew she needed the whole thing. What do you mean, thank you, dude? He's trying not to have you do that. Early bothered to notice that the thick fluid had a strange, sickly sweet taste and seemed to warm her stomach instead of the bitter and cooling effect that moon tea usually had. Rainbow finished the bottle off with a load of sigh of relief. That's how you spell relief. Rainbow chuckled as she placed the empty bottle on Fluttershy's coffee table. I'm feeling better already. Now I gotta run, Angel. I left my folks back in my place. So alone. So if you can let Flutters know I owe her one, I'll drop by later to pay her back. Rainbow felt her body clench and grudge strangely, but shrugged it off. Probably the moon tea just starting to take effect. And pick up some more moon tea too. Fam. I know you're the speedy of the bunch, but can you be more careful when you just randomly pick out something to drink? Rainbow spread her wings and blasted off the front door of the cottage, heading for home. Just moments later, Fluttershy walked in, holding Harry the bear's paws in hers. Don't worry, Harry. It's very normal to be nervous. It's your first time with a new soul. But I'm so glad that you and Bertha have hit it off. Fluttershy squeaked delicately. In fact, I was hoping for these things to have gone well, so I took the liberty of taking my industrial strength bear estrus inducer out of storage to help Bertha get in the mood. So you can have lots of little Harrys and Berthas running around by next spring. Why would you want this, Flutters? Harry blushed as Fluttershy trotted over to the table with the open medicine bag laid out. That's strange. There's an empty bottle already here. I don't remember using any of this stuff since I ordered it last fall when you were seeing Bella. Sherry... Oh my god. Freaking Harry the bear out here. has been getting rejected every time. She carefully inspected and replaced the empty bottle into the kit. You have to be very careful with this stuff, Harry. It's a controlled substance for a reason. You know, only a tablespoon at a time. Fuck, Rainbow. Most for creatures Bertha size. Anything more, and who knows what might happen. Dun dun dun. Angel Bunny sitting back in the corner with a shit-eating grin thought to herself, "Who's a rodent now, you horny Pegasus slut? God damn it, Angel, don't call her that. I get mad at whoever insults them." Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching and listening to what you guys do. Goddamn Angel out here, like, trying to help. Now he's mad at her. It's kind of stupid. But let's see how it goes. I thought Anon was gonna come in the story, but apparently not. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching, listening to whatever the heck you want. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Badass Lost Legion. What the? Where the fuck am I? Oh shit. Am I? What the hell, dog? Am I trapped here? I am stuck. Hello. My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff.
I don't know.
Fucking stuck.